Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, when we are being part of the spiritual journey, at some point we start to hear that you are consciousness, you are awareness. The truth is within you. What you're seeking is always you. So, when we hear this kind of information, it feels good in the beginning, isn't it? Because we haven't heard this kind of stuff before. Now we're hearing that the truth is within you, you are that, you know we feel good. But if you step back from feeling good and ask yourself, who is feeling good here? you know Basically, our ego self feels good because our ego self hasn't got that upgrade yet, the 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 mental upgrade. And when you hear it, it feels good. But hearing all these labels, you know, doesn't solve the issue in our lives, isn't it? Because the conflict is still ongoing, the fear is still lingering, you know, the mental stress is still there, the seeking for more and more is still there, you know. That means even the highest meaning, you are that. You are consciousness. What you are seeking is always you. They haven't resolved the problem. When we reflect in our own lives, we know that those label is just a mental credential, you know. And pretty much what we hear as an idea stays an idea. Idea is not freedom, and this is where we have to, work on how to, you know, become that. Not, letting go of the mind and become that, and this is where the equation of the mind, gotta be there. We must work on, working on the mind to dissolve the mind. Dissolving the mind is dissolving the ego in us. Mind is simply our preference, or ingrained belief that we prolong, that we maintain, because that belief, certain belief, certain preference, is the boundary we are creating, not to fall in the trap of uncertainty, not to fail. So those ingrained belief, those ingrained preference, gotta go. Again, they themselves are the ego layers in us. We are holding on to the preference because of the fear of uncertainty, fear of being nobody. So until we hold on to something, I am consciousness, I am awareness, the truth is within us, is, you know, is just gonna stay as a mental reference rather than the reality. And to make it real, again, we have to work on ourselves. We have to be part of the inward journey in dismantling or subtracting the mind, and that's the way to, eventually rest in I am consciousness, rest in I am awareness, rest in, you know, I am the one who is seeking me. We can only able to make that reality is through the subtractive journey. Notice, when those things, when you are all only living with the reference, with the label, I am consciousness, I am awareness. When you are triggered by the chaos in the world, right? When you are experiencing the friction in the world, do you think I am consciousness, I am awareness is helping you to dissolve the issue? Right? No, it is not. Again, those labeling doesn't help us to, solve the problem in our lives. So to resolve the problem, to solve the problem, to be free, equation has to be that we have to be part of the equation of the mind. This is the one thing that is, you know, discarded in the spiritual journey. We only tend to, discipline in a way that we control our body, we control our minds, with additional layer. And disciplining definitely works to create certain flow in the relative functioning world, but even that participation itself is coming from the fear of losing, fear of uncertainty. We are controlling, and again, that control itself is not able to realize the truth, not able to see the nature of the consciousness, the nature of the awareness. Basically truth is missing. That's why we control, we resist, and and then that, because of that, we are prolonging the struggle, prolonging the friction. So again, whatever beautiful meanings you hear from the spiritual world, the idea doesn't solve the problem in life. Solving the problem is solving the inward journey first, by recognizing who you are without the layers. And when you understand yourself thoroughly and see the truth, you'll understand how the world works as well, how to communicate with the world, how to navigate yourself in the world, and finding that a non-conflicting approach. So don't just stay, as the highest idea that I am consciousness. Make it real by being part of the subtractive journey. And I will say that this is the only way to realize the truth. Right now what we are is all conditioning, and to be part of the unconditional state, the stateless state, is by deconstructing all the conditioning in oneself. Anyway, hope this makes sense. Enjoy your backward journey. This is it for today. See you in the next video. Bye. Take care.